never last, but tough people always do. These are words passed down onto me by my mentor that have gotten me to where I am today. I stand before you all, class of 2022, to commemorate an arduous, adventurous, but also very joyful year through high school. During my sophomore year, I was frequently getting sick. And at first I had thought I just had the flu, but it slowly progressed into something much worse. It took a couple months until my doctor could properly diagnose me with gallstones, and a painful year before I was admitted into the hospital to receive surgery. And during that whole time, my grades fell, and I had to study extra hours, go to tutoring, and staying up late to finish assignments. And eventually, my grades rose back to normal, where I had A's and B's. But that didn't last long, because when the COVID pandemic hit, my courses all moved online, and family tensions at home began to rise. And going into my junior year, virtual learning continued, and my grades once again dropped. I found myself depressed and thinking how useless school was, until one night I paused, breathed, and took everything in. I had not done that since my surgery. Everything had happened over a couple years so quickly that I didn't give myself that time to process. I didn't give myself time to process the COVID pandemic. I didn't give myself time to process what was going on at home. I didn't give myself to process everything that was going on in my life. And I felt like I had failed many times because of that. But those failures were pinnacle learning moments for me. I realized that my health was just as important as my grades, and that moving forward, I knew I needed to remind myself that I needed to pause and take breaks when I needed them, because if not, I was just going to overwork myself and burn out. Once I got myself mentally back in check, I got to work. As a junior, I knew the risks of failing grades and failing classes. I knew that I would not pass my classes, and I knew I wouldn't be able to get into my dream colleges. So I knew that I needed to raise them. And there was a new fire in me. But it wasn't so much for the grades, but to show myself that I could get that A, and that I could go to college as a first-generational student, and that I could attain anything that I put my mind to. I have learned that life is difficult, and it's a difficult balance of failure and success. My failures may ring, but my successes drown out that noise. So class of 2022, before we throw our caps in celebration, let's take in this moment, because from here on out, our lives are going to be different. But remember, tough times never last, but tough people always do. And my name is Emily R.G, and thank you for listening to my speech. Have a great day.